y'all, though. 702 is his name Emerson Hancock? Oh, there's Shoeshine.
Oh yeah, the kid.
Yeah, Emerson Hancock is really, really good. What's up, Shoeshine? Champs
Yo,
in the building.
Can you guys hear me?
In the house.
Yeah. We hear you. Shoeshine, this is my cousin Adam. Adam, red hat. That's Shoeshine.
What's good, Adam? What's good, Vince?
Another beautiful
Oh
day,
man, we're just here watching the Prograis Ben fight. Yo, does Prograis have a black eye on the poster in the video in the back, dude? How'd they know he was gonna have a black eye? Shoeshine, what'd you think?
I think Prograis exceeded my expectations. I thought he was going to get stopped, just based on, his prior fights, going back to the Haney performance in San Francisco, where Haney was able to put him on the canvas, multiple times? Yeah, His face is pretty beat up, but
bad, dude.
Maybe, it was this match was the weight class. It's got to do something with the weight class. First, Conor Benn is playing yo-yo with his body. He hasn't been a welterweight in years. He looked awful. I think he was almost made below 6% body fat on the couple of days before the weigh-in.
No,
and he just fought at what? Yeah, man, it was crazy. They have a video out. The doctors were like, "Wow, bro, he's
Adam." Shoeshine just said that Conor Benn weighed in with 6% with 6% or less body fat. Yo, I said it. Didn't I say when he was coming in? I said he looks fucking weird because it's like, dude, listen, I power lifted, right? I power lifted for years. Me and Adam both did. I can tell you that losing that size is very weird on the body. And it's so funny you said that, Shoeshine. By the way, shout out to AC Walker in the chat. It's so funny you said that because I noticed it and without noticing it. Because I was like, dude, he looks so much faster and more explosive. Like he was moving around like really well, but he just seemed out of his body without the ability to control himself. It was like fastball, because that's the only thing he could actually get out. I think he could have stopped Prograis. I do. And I think he should have. I don't think he had another gear that he could find. I really don't. I think he tried to, play power fastball against this guy, and he just wanted to finish him off like that. But, at this level, even when you're better than the other guy, you have to set your punches. You have to set traps. You have to find the opportunities. And I'm sorry, Prograis was there for the taking that whole time. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Paycheck.
But Prograis, I said he exceeded my expectations too, because coming up 9 pounds, I don't think he made a pit stop at welterweight. I think it was beneficial to him not having to cut all that weight, and is part of the reason why he was able to withstand so much punishment tonight. Because I thought at 147 or 140, if Conor Benn could squeeze that down, he'd have been on the floor much earlier.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or stop. Actually, he would have been stopped. So
no, I agree with you fully.
I tip my hat to Regis. I mean, another big payday. He's late 30s.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Shout out to him. Keep getting that bread, bro. H-Town. Watch me go ahead, clown. And look, Alex said it good. Alex said it well. Richardson Hitchens beats Ben 12 rounds to 0. See, listen to me. I'm not saying I agree with Alex. I'm not saying I disagree with him either. What I'm saying is that this is what happens in these kinds of performances, right? When you don't, because look, he didn't rout him, but he pretty much came close to routing Regis, right? There is no way that anyone can say that Conor Benn didn't prove tonight he's definitively better than Regis. That said, what was tonight for? Tonight wasn't to make fans out of Shoeshine or 702 or Machine Gun or AC Walker or Alex. That wasn't what tonight was for. Tonight was to make casual fans. Tonight was to get the audience that is watching Netflix on a Saturday that has not been exposed to boxing in 10 years or more or ever, right? My niece right now, she woke up, she spent the night with us. She got out of work late. And so she came to spend the night with us. She woke up 11:30 a.m. and the first thing she did was turn on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people that would have watched tonight, but they're not educated fans to be like, ooh, this guy looks good. I think he would look good against Devin, or oh, he would look good against Ryan. No, they want to see knockouts. And the fact that Conor Benn did not knock him out means that he did not earn that $15 million that he was given.
That's a lot of scratch. You know what's wild?
Right.
What's wild about Conor Benn is, to my knowledge, he's never been a full-fledged world champion.
Well, I saw 98, 92, and they announced it pretty
All three
quick,
were
so
98, 92?
I'm assuming.
That's about right.
Yeah,
Unanimous
so did I.
either way.
I gave Prograis a couple rounds.
Hey, Dave,
Yo,
did you see what? Did you see what yo, did you tell him about how you got me on April Fools?
oh, I played a pretty good prank on
What
Vince
was it?
No, we did a show on Wednesday, a couple Wednesdays ago on April Fools, and all the equipment was I messed up bringing all the wrong cables and whatnot. Anyhow, so I just rolled into that
It's a locker room.
Zufa had called me regarding an audition for Zufa en Español.
Nice.
That was a prank.
Nice. That's a good one, dude.
And
Yeah, he
Vince,
got me.
Vince
That's a
fell for
good
it.
one.
And then Vince realized, shit, I don't speak Spanish.
Oh shit. That is hilarious.
Hey, the only way I'm gonna get back at him is when we
you
sweep
have to
the
wait till
Giants
next
and win the
year.
World Series this year.
Oh,
That's when I get back at him.
Hey, I got some
He
good
got
news.
me.
We're on
He
a
got
we're on
me.
a three game win streak, man. We're tied last place. All right, we're tied last
Yo,
place.
Like I
Somebody
said,
else
you
is
guys- the
miserable with
Rockies
us.
got that sealed already. It's done. The Rockies are last. Trust me.
I'm over here praising my team for being tied with the Colorado Rockies. Dead last.
Hilarious.
Still a
Hilarious.
Hey, you know what? Let me send this to Drew too to join us for the main event if he can, because
Hey, I'll tell you what, your boy, Fernando Tatis, I am gonna try really hard to make a stab at buy low on him, because I know he's going to heat up. I know he is going to catch fire. And
So is Machado.
you know, here's the thing, right? I love Machado. I do. He is a guy who's always been hot cold, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is a guy who's going to go through stretches where he's going to hit, 5-6 home runs in the month, maybe 6-8 home runs in a month, and then he's going to hit you one for weeks. You know what I
But
mean?
you just want to
And-
borrow him for a little bit, right?
Say it again. Say it again.
You just want to borrow him for a little bit and then get rid of him.
Yeah, no, exactly. No,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, no, but with Tatis, I want to keep him because we're in a
Oh,
keeper
yeah,
league,
he's a
right?
keeper.
Yeah, and I was actually thinking about keeping Emerson Hancock too. He's young, but I really think man, he's got some stuff. He's got some real good stuff. Yo, and I
Yeah.
saw y'all watching. I was tuned into the show this past week when y'all went over Joe Adele's fucking 3 robberies, bro.
wow.
Big.
3 robberies. Yo, I'm sorry.
That's
That
sick.
should be illegal. You should not be able to be that
Drug
good
test
or
him.
athletic. Yeah, dude. Drug
What-
test him, and even if he passes, no, no. God put PEDs in this kid when he was
Yeah.
born in his mother's womb. That's where it came from. Because, yo, that was ridiculous. And the last one to have fallen over the fence and then
Yeah.
standing up to have a picture that will last for the
Ever.
rest of the history of baseball. That is going to
Yes.
be as iconic as Derek Jeter's bloody lip falling into the stands,
Yeah.
or even his play at home plate. Nolan Ryan, blood on the jersey. I mean, this is going to be one of the most iconic images in the hit. And by the way, Joe Adele's been doing that shit ever since he's gotten to the majors. He does that all
That's
the time.
crazy.
He robs and he makes great plays. So shout out to Joe Adele. Just amazing.
Hey Vince, how did the Davey Lopes tribute go? Did they do it Friday?
Yeah, they did one for him.
Oh, they did. Wow.
Yeah, they put on the on the outfield the TVs. They put one out there.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's what's up.
Davey
Yeah.
Lopes has a distinction of being he's the one player that the Philly Irish, Drew Evo, me, and Vince can both root for. We can all root for him because he played with the Oakland Athletics during the
Yep.
a fantastic period for the Athletics, and he played with the Phillies for over 3 seasons.
Yep.
Damn, dude, look at this stadium.
Oh, I'm
dude.
sorry. Did he play for the Phillies or he was definitely a coach?
Oh, he played
He
for
was
the
a coach
Phillies.
here. But
coach.
Same thing. You know, when you're a coach, you're still a player.
Oh, okay. Y'all were talking about David Ross, right? And,
hey, I gotta take up real fast. I'll be right back. I gotta pick my daughter up.
Yeah, champ. Y'all were talking about David Ross, right?
David
Shoeshine?
Oh, David Ross.
Or no, the second baseman for the Dodgers. Y'all were talking about him the other day on the show.
I think Vince was.
Okay, so yeah. He reminded me of him because I was like, bro, Dan Uggla was my guy in that era. I love me some Dan Uggla.
He was with the Marlins.
Marlins, that's who he was with. Yo. Oh man. Do you remember him, Shoeshine? Dan Uggla?
No, I don't. Do I, Dan?
Yo, listen, Dan Uggla played for the Marlins. He was a second baseman. Bro, he was like 5'2", like 250 pounds. I mean, I'm joking, but he was just this stocky little fucking
Says 5'11".
5'11", that's crazy. He said
210.
5'11". Nah, that's bullshit. Yo, but look at the image of him real quick. He was like a little pit bull, bro. Just fucking stocked up top, bro. And he had power, but he was like just a little dude out there compared to everybody else, I guess. But 5'11" is not nearly as small as I thought he was, or is not nearly as small as I thought he was. Not that's not even small.
Maybe it's just because he was stocky looking.
Yeah. That's got to be what it was, because he was stocky as fuck, bro.
Looks like Vince said he had to go pick up his daughter. You might miss the main events getting started, huh?
Man. He's got the Godzilla sirens. Yo, he does, bro. That's hilarious.
I was wondering why I just heard.
Me too. I was like, is the fire alarm going off?
Or is it
Fucking have
fucking
any audio
about
on
to
this.
hit over there?
I know, no shit. Iran just fucking fired on them.
13 wins in the first round is crazy. That if Fury would get knocked out, it would be in the first round.
Yeah. Oh, that would be.
Are they gonna play Sweet Caroline?
They better play fucking Sweet Caroline.
No Sweet Caroline?
No, he's gonna sing.
Dude, no Sweet Caroline, then this isn't a Fury fight. It doesn't. I heard that if they don't play Sweet Caroline, it's in his contract that the fight doesn't count on his box rec record. So
you watched Pro Box last night? Did you catch Pro Box last night?
I haven't yet. No, I had to watch SmackDown, but I am gonna go back and watch it because I wanted to see that main event.
Yeah, our boy Vince introduced me to Coach Jason Gallegos, who's the dad of Caipo Gallegos, and he was coaching. He coaches Johan Gonzalez, and he's got a few Venezuelan fighters in the stable. But
that's why he's got the light blue on.
I mean, I wasn't that impressed with Conceição, who's supposed to be a gold medalist. He got dropped by Johan Gonzalez. He had that brief. Johan Gonzalez is a big puncher, but you know he wasn't there to outbox the Olympic
Shout out
medalist.
Yeah, that dude had a lot of really big clips of him, you know, with like power shots and really like turning stuff over. So I was really excited to see him, but man, I saw Johan Guzman. And I was like, damn, dude. I forgot all about him and his career. And like, man, that guy just didn't get the opportunities I thought he should have. Also, like, he took that one L and it was like, that was it. Like he wasn't ready. He didn't want to fight no more after that. Like it seemed, you know, and so then him coming back into this and having a good performance, like that's what's up, dude, for real. Johan, listen, he was so good. He really was. Yeah, hell yeah. R.I.P. Ricky Hatton. Says Machine Gun Matt. I'm sure they will play it. They just played Sweet Caroline. Maybe they will play each fight. That would be hilarious. They just like have it on repeat. Shout out to SB. Says hit that like. Shoeshine, before the fight starts, WrestleMania tickets, man, still down, huh?
Are they? Yeah. 2 weeks ago, I overheard that they had sold just about 40,000. And I'm looking at the stadium. I'm always in wow when the UK fills up a soccer stadium. You know,
I know, dude.
And I mean, can't help
this is crazy.
I can't help compare it to Allegiant Stadium that finally hosted their first professional boxing fight with Canelo last September.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the consistency that these UK fans have in putting on mega fights like this, even though, you know, it's not a mega fight. It's not two world champions here.
No, not at all.
Anytime they can squeeze in 65, 70,000, 80,000, I don't know what tonight's attendance is.
Yeah, they haven't announced it yet, right? They didn't announce the
Okay.
attendance, Adam?
For here,
Yeah.
I hadn't heard it.
Dude, that's a badass shirt. That would match my golf shoes. Give it to me.
The hell, it's mine.
Yeah, so they said that they were, so it was 16% down year on year.
That
in
probably
February.
falls
So
in line
now
with
it's
overall tourism. I mean,
that's what I was gonna say. And now, because now it's about 20%, it's just under 20% from what I hear. That said, we don't know because they did the Dodge Ram shit yesterday. Dodge is gonna give 25% off to all night one tickets, which is the shittier show, night one. Night two is the premiere night. So they're giving 25% off for all tickets. That said, Shoeshine, it's kind of bullshit, dude, because what ended up happening was, first of all, the tickets are fucking high from like the last 10 years, right? They're way overpriced from 5 years ago. That's just the bottom line, right? But then on top of that, the tickets that they originally dropped were astronomically high. And what ended up happening was they raised them, and then they did a discount for February for Valentine's and brought them back down. So these tickets aren't really being discounted. They're basically being brought back to their original pricing, and WWE's patting themselves on the back with it, right? And the fact that they're using it now, right, as storyline. CM Punk came out on Monday and he's like, lower the fucking tickets. And then Pat McAfee last night fucking shit all over him, saying, and then he's like called us poor wrestling fans. He's like, yeah, I bet CM Punk doesn't use his TKO checks to buy needy wrestling families WrestleMania tickets. And it's like, god damn, dude, you have to take it there. Although I did get mad, so I guess it worked, right?
I mean, who's the WWE?
Just go to fucking commercial.
Yeah, they did. I see that Netflix.
Dude, Netflix.
Mine says one of three.
Killing us.
So they don't want us to watch the ring walks. They're advertising during the ring walks.
This is crazy. And by the way, this movie Apex is like,
yeah, look at the,
it's like getting all the
ring.
Oh shit.
I got a
they
Bad
what
Bunny
they did on the
commercial.
floor, there's a second row on the hard cam behind you.
Yeah.
They have a WrestleMania Saturday 25% off down to $12,032.
Jesus,
I'm pretty sure
fucking Christ, 12,030.
I'm pretty sure it was 12,000 when I checked not that long ago. But then they have a WrestleMania Saturday 25% off.
Shit.
Me plus three, a 4-pack at $9,000 a ticket.
Oh, man.
Yo, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Who can afford that? Like, who really can afford that?
I mean,
Fuck,
that is
bro.
like front row, but even
Still,
the
dude.
hundreds.
Yeah, what
the
about it?
hundreds, like the first
top.
bowl
Yeah,
up
yeah, yeah.
is like $1,300, $1,400.
Really?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. SV said the song choices of the walk-ins have all been a bit interesting. Yes, dude. SV, they have been a vibe for sure. What was the first one that we heard earlier that we were like, what the fuck? Are they playing this? Damn, I forgot what it was. But yeah, but that's what I love about the UK fights, though, is that they play a lot of like different music, and like, you're going to get some good Red Hot Chili Peppers. Of course, they're going to play the White Stripes. I think it's a law in the UK that anytime they have a sporting event that has over 5,000 people, they have to play that in Sweet Caroline.
Well, I thought it was a law that had to play Sweet Caroline if it's a stadium fight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Queen, actually, right before she passed, made it a law. Like, on her deathbed, she just grabbed the fucking scepter and was like, Sweet Caroline. Yo, Sonteo Media, stand the fuck up, bro. What's going on, champ? It's been a minute, champ. It's been a minute.
Yeah, where's
wait.
Sonteo at?
Sonteo Media, champ, said, what's happening? Champ, are you... Hey, do me a favor, Sonteo Media. I don't think I have you wrenched up on my channel. Go to... Because you were wrenched up on my old channel. And then obviously, actually, by the way, it's almost a year since my channel got deleted. YouTube sent me your anniversary is coming up. And so my anniversary is based on 72 hours after I got shut down, and I recreated that other one. So, yep, almost a year in for my new channel. I'm happy Paramount got Warner Brothers instead of Netflix. Why, Alex? It feels like it's worse. Also, it's not like super official yet. I mean, it's gonna happen, but just 12K, no big deal. 12,000 in attendance? Wow.
12,000.
Oh no, he
in
meant
attendance,
12,000. No. He meant. Oh, I think he meant for the tickets.
Tickets.
anyone
Okay.
see-
The hard
Did-
cam.
Yeah.
So wherever if you're the hard cam and you're watching what we're seeing
So
basically.
you're on the hard cam side.
Yeah, you're on the hard cam where green shirt guy is and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
That second row, all that whole section is pretty much still available.
Damn, dude, that's gonna be crazy. Yo,
I think that's the
imagine.
one that they're concerned
Imagine you buy a ticket for $1,600 and they upgrade you there. Dude, I'd be fucking pissed if I was sitting next to the guy that paid $1,600 while I paid fucking $15,000 for my ticket. Yo, Alex said, did anyone else see Dana White on Aiden Ross's stream this week? I did see that. He said that he messaged a UFC fighter to be on the stream, and the UFC fighter sent him a dick pic back and said,
Oh.
stream these nuts.
Stupid.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I forgot who it was.
Is Trump going to be there tonight? Is there a UFC
Doubtful.
show tonight, right?
Yeah, I highly doubt
In
it.
Miami or
they were
something?
saying so. A source I have that works at Zuffa has said that the talk around has been pretty much stifled, but the little that's been said is they're worried about the optics. They don't know if he'd get cheered or booed at this point, right? Because
Yeah.
obviously, like, he's been a fan favorite there, but with the war and the unpopularness specifically of that genre of men, right? Like the Dan Bilzerian fucking watchers and stuff like that.
Who's running for Congress, right? Isn't he running for Congress?
He's running for fucking Congress, dude. Yeah. And so that whole, tribe. Also, what was the other podcaster's name? He's a former Navy SEAL, I think, or Ryan, something Ryan. I forget his name, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
I like his podcast.
The right wing guy,
Yep.
or he's right wing conservative, and he has like a lot of like CIA people on and like alien shit. Yeah, exactly. So that guy turned big time on Trump, right?
Oh,
and so what happened?
Did he just buckle
my
Fury?
bad. Did he?
Looked like he buckled Fury early.
Yo, I'm still on the fucking thing. Damn, that's whack.
Are you delayed?
I guess
We're
I'm
at
on
2 minutes and
Netflix.
we're at 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Jesus, they're just ringing the bell for me, literally. Okay. Now we're a minute in. Fuck. I guess I was behind somehow.
Probably the ads.
Yeah, probably. Fucking bullshit. I don't know why I get them too, and then it's like on Raw too. Like I get them, and it's like, dude, I thought I was paying the big bucks for that shit.
Well, I like that Makhmudov is being
wrenched you up,
extremely
Alex.
aggressive. He's being aggressive early. I like that.
Backhanding him.
Alex, I wrenched you up. I don't know if you noticed yet. I don't think you were on stream when I did it.
He's charging right in though. His guard isn't very good. But Tyson's got a lot. When's his last fight? He's got ring rust to shake off, right?
Absolutely. He's got ring rust, and he's got that spare tire to work off too. God, dude, it looks like his ass cheeks have grown 3 times the size.
I've never liked Fury's fights.
Yeah, they're tough to watch. Or they're definitely a selective taste for sure.
I broke my fucking table when he was fighting. Who was he fighting?
Klitschko?
Yeah, I think it was Klitschko.
That was nice. Makhmudov came over. You saw that, Shoeshine? He came over the top of that right. He didn't really hit it, but man, that's going to be a punch to look at.
What's your clock at right now?
27. Where are you at?
50. You jumped ahead. Let me see if I can.
What? Yeah, try to jump ahead. If not, I'll pause with you, and we'll catch up.
Okay, I'm at 20 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay. Count it down for me real quick.
15, 14, 13, 12,
Perfect.
11.
We're good.
Good first round for Makhmudov.
Very good first round for Makhmudov. I think you said it best. Tyson Fury's got to work off some rust, you know?
Yeah, he just started to establish that jab a little bit at the end.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know, it's funny, Adam. I was telling them earlier too. This week or last week on chat. You know, for everybody knows my history with Wilder at this point, right? Called me a fat Mexican. You know, sent death threats to me and Ness.
Oh no.
And so everybody knows that history. You know, I'll still stand on business today. Never once said a bad word about him. All I ever said was what I felt was true at the time. And that was, I thought Joshua would beat him. And I thought that Joshua was the bigger star. Obviously we don't know who would have won that fight, but I can tell you that I think I've been validated as who is the bigger star, because you could argue that Wilder and Fury are both auditioning to fight Anthony Joshua. Like that's you can argue that point. Anthony Joshua has been in the car accident, right? He probably doesn't have a lot left in the tank either way. So if they're trying to make like one last big payoff, they want to make sure that they're picking the right dance partner. And it's tough because if you're Fury, that's one of the biggest domestic fights in the history of UK. And if you're Deontay Wilder, it's a cross-national fight, international fight that draws interest from everywhere. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
None of those older guys want to get in the ring with Moses. With Moses,
no, Wilder's full of shit. He was like, "I'll fight." I was like, "No, you're not. No,
you won't." But you're right. It's all about you know, all of them are approaching 40 or are 40, and it's all about chasing the biggest payday as you sail off into retirement.
Yo, Alex is wild. He said Nina showed them grippers. Dana couldn't stop staring. Don't blame. Alex, you're crazy, bro. That's hilarious. Take a minute to hit that like. It's free.
Yeah,
Shout
thank you,
out
SB.
SB.
Appreciate
You're the champ, bro. You're the champ for real, for real. Hey, you deserved it, Alex. We appreciate you always adding to the live chat and you know, always helping us out with the news as it goes on while we're live. Wilder is targeting Usyk and Moses has no jab. Damn, Alex. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Alex said he didn't call him a hype job, but he said he was a little overhyped. Yo, and it's funny, Shu, because you see Fury resorting to the jab that has always plagued opponents, but it looks like
Makhmudov is wild.
Yeah, it looks like Makhmudov is just the kind of awkwardness to get around or even neutralize Fury's awkwardness. Nice stab jab to the body.
Yeah, he's maybe hoping to cash in on that success Ngannou had.
Yep.
You know, when Tyson was coming off all that ring rust, didn't take the fight too serious, wasn't in the best shape.
Absolutely, you're right. And so far, his defense hasn't been bad, right? He's like evading some decent punches and stuff. I just feel like it's the pace at which Makhmudov is fighting that's going to trouble Fury. Oh, nice. That was a very, very well released right hand. It didn't really get through, but you can see Fury is starting to find that precision.
Yeah, he just landed a nice right hand.
That was a beautiful right hand. Yep, right through the guard. Nice little left. It wasn't really a check hook, but caught him coming in, slipped out the side door, and then took the angle on him for position. That is high level stuff that we know Fury to do. You know, people always talk about the size of Fury. What I've always found more impressive is the way that he moves for someone that size, right? Because it's like one thing to utilize your size on somebody. It's another thing to not be expecting a guy that size to be in one position and then quickly move over to the next. People that fought Pacquiao would say that it was like fighting three people. He'd be in front of you in 1 second and then somehow he transformed the other. Fury has that kind of agileness that can play that kind of, you know, thing off of each other or one another.
I think Fury may have stole that round in the last 30 seconds.
I think you're right.
Man, you saw Makhmudov shake his head. I mean, he took a shot that bothered him because he shook his head like he actually was breathing kind of funny too for the last
that right
10,
hand had
seconds.
to have bothered him. Yep.
He definitely was shaking his head. Hey, speaking of hype jobs, on Thursday, there was the vacant IBF title fight for super middleweight.
Yeah, for super middleweight. Yep.
And I thought I was kind of high on Ulises Iglesias of Cuba. Iglesias won the vacant title with Eye of the Tiger Promotions in Canada. And I got to say, I didn't like what I saw at all. I don't even think he beats Lester Martinez or the other guy, the French Canadian. What's that guy who just won the other title? I rate him way below where David Morrell was at super middleweight, and he got the title without like barely any work.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the shit that sucks. Where are you at time wise?
2.5 at the third round.
2.5, 2:30.
Yep, 2:30.
Okay, cool. Yeah, dude. No, you're absolutely right. It's weird, man. It's so weird how some guys just get this, fucking red carpeted ride to the title shot. And
well, they were describing Iglesias as the boogeyman, the new boogeyman of the super middleweight division, but I thought he looked very limited and beatable on
a lot
Thursday
of
night.
people were saying that. A lot of people, and when I saw him fight, I remember thinking to myself,
what a wonderful world.
What a wonderful world. No, I remember thinking to myself, here's a guy who hasn't quite yet found the switch from not necessarily like the amateur style, but the amateur mindset, right? To the pros. There's a lot of guys like people say like Cruz, like, oh, Cruz is not a pro yet, or he's not a pro fighter yet. That's not true. He's adapting his style to that, but it is going to take time for him to get to a point where he solidified his approach, because it is different. It's like trying to go out and play a college type football game against a pro type defense. Like you can't, they're not the same sports. College football and pro football are not the same sports. I'm sorry. Yes, they're both football, but they're played with such major differences that they're very different. Very, very
different. Agreed. You see Tyson Fury working his left hand there in the
left
in the
hand
phone
on the
booth.
inside. Yep. I will say Fury's starting to
use
look
his size too.
more comfortable. Yeah.
Even in the pocket, he's using his size, and Makhmudov is starting to wear that.
Beautiful. Look at that. He lands the 1-2, not flush, but gets what he wanted from it, and then escapes out the back door, leaving Makhmudov with a fluttering punch that was never going to hit. And this is it right here. This is what you see at the highest level. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily, oh, this athlete versus this athlete. It's the experience, right? That's why this is a sweet science. It's a chess game, right? If these two guys were going to come out and fight a bare knuckle fight, I have no idea who would win, and no one else would, because it would be mostly luck and stuff based on luck. You know what I mean? Swinging big and who catches at the right moment. This is different. We are seeing, let me see what Joshua was going to say. Is he high?
It doesn't appear.
No.
No.
He said, I'm not spying, I'm sitting front row. I know, right? What a stupid question. I mean, not stupid question, stupid way she put it. Jesus. I have women that watch my show, Adam, so please be respectful.
Yeah, why does a bitch have to be a girl?
I know, right? That was me.
All right, we got fourth round. I got it Tyson up now, 3-1.
Yeah, me too. 3-1. Fury's, or I guess 2-1, really, right?
That's that shot he's looking for.
He hit him with that left hand, bro. Fury looked at him like, oh, you got one of those? Right?
Is anybody in the chat willing to look up how many times Tyson Fury has been knocked down? It's been him more than a handful in his pro career.
That referee looks so pissed off.
I think I've seen Makhmudov in a video where he was wrestling a bear.
And obvious.
Was that him?
Yeah, I think that's him. Makhmudov was wrestling.
Dude,
a bear.
there's a video of Makhmudov wrestling a bear, Adam.
They talked about that.
They talked about it?
Oh shit.
Seven times, Shu.
7 times.
7 times.
I'm not gonna be surprised if there's an 8th one tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the thing about
no,
Fury,
that was
right?
nice. That was nice how Tyson came back with that uppercut.
Yeah, that was a well thrown uppercut. Put himself in a very good position.
Oh,
Nice. Beautiful.
got a-
Beautiful on Tyson Fury. And now
Yeah.
he ties up with the head so that he can live in that moment. See what happens when you slip like that and you make someone look like a little bro. They want to
Yeah.
get that get back. So when you tie them up, you stifle them. That's a very, very effective tool mentally on your opponent, and it makes them more desperate to get that get back. Yo, Richard Schaefer looks like, oh, beautiful one too. Yo, Richard Schaefer looks like Weinstein, bro. Richard Schaefer looks like
Oh,
fucking
man.
Harvey Weinstein.
He
What
does,
happened to
unfortunately.
him, bro? He looks so bad. Nice right hand, slipped it in there beautifully. That's the thing about Fury. He doesn't need these big telegraph shots. He's got so much thud in his glove that those short right hands oftentimes do more damage because they're the punch that the opponent doesn't see coming. Now Fury working the inside of that body. What do you think, Shoeshine? What could Makhmudov do to find some success here?
Well, he's got to continue to play these dirty tactics and use his strength and get on the inside, because
Well
on the
said.
outside of the range of Tyson Fury, he could win this cleanly just with the jab. He's shaken up. He's been shaking his head like he's slightly concussed from one of those shots that he took earlier. There's a good fight blueprint. Guido Vianello beat Makhmudov.
Yes.
And he's clearly not as skilled as Tyson Fury. He's not a world
Not at
champion,
all.
former world champion. But that's it, man. He's got to keep Makhmudov at the end of his punch. And when he does, he's throwing some beautiful combinations.
Oof. Big left.
But
Makhmudov.
that's the range Makhmudov wants to be in right there. He
Yes.
wants to,
And not just that range, but that angle right there,
Yeah,
right?
but
Where
he did-
Fury's right hand can't come over without losing power, while Makhmudov's in the position to really get leverage on that right hand.
yeah, he overcommitted on that one looping shot, and he
You're
got countered.
absolutely right.
He got countered hard. That might have been the one that
overcommitted. Best way to put that.
5th round. Actually, it's a lot more fun. I thought this fight would. I thought it'd be.
He said it's fun for these two fatzos.
Oh,
Bro, Tyson Fury has got to do a better job of keeping all that ass inside his trunks, bro. I'm saying.
It's like gravity.
Ooh, look at him hopping on the toes and then popping the jab. Yo, if this is Fury right now, right? And then off of this, and he's working still, staying dedicated, man, that would be a hard night, I think, for Joshua.
yeah. I probably favor Joshua
it.
fighting Deontay first.
I would rather see that fight, to be honest with you. I honestly only really wanted to see Joshua Fury because I thought Fury had declined enough that the fight was closer than I originally thought it would
Look at
be.
Turkey. Did you
Yeah,
see
he's like,
Tell them to fight.
Turkey's such a mark, dude. But I love it because I'm a mark. So it's like if I was a mark, I'd be doing the same things he does, wearing sandals to boxing events.
He's so mad.
Well, she got the stink face.
No, the referee last with the Deontay Wilder fight, man, that
Yo,
referee
that
was really involved.
crazy. He was so bad. Thank you, SB. Appreciate it.
If Fury loses, you think they'll do Joshua and him, or you think they'll do a Wilder rematch?
I think he'll do Wilder if he loses, for sure.
Ooh,
Oh,
fuck,
fuck,
that in
bro.
nice little hooks on the inside.
Hell yeah, dude. Adam, you're off the clock at 5, right?
Technically not till 6, but I'll probably head home so I can shower and everything. I'll probably just need to get picked up.
Yeah, he's
Cool.
broken down. He's broken down Makhmudov. Those are some long clinches. Makhmudov is in.
I'd like to get in some chipping work in over there. Yeah, Fury's starting to have fun now. You can see he's smiling. He's
having fun,
moving. Look at him. He's dancing to the music.
His confidence is up back.
Seems like it. Yo, yeah. I love that sugar hat, bro. I need one of them hats. For real. I would like one that was like Kronk too, though. But that blue on the red and yellow Kronk colors is nice. It's a nice. Shushan, you don't play golf?
Nah, I don't.
Bro, y'all got some badass courses out there. I've been thinking about where I'm gonna go for my birthday because I want to go somewhere where I could play like golf, like a nice round somewhere.
Yeah, which you see some courses here.
Yeah, in Vegas they got fucking they got this one course that overlooks the city, and I think it's hole 8 or 9. It's like above the rest of the course, and so you can see almost every hole, but you could see the city. And you like drive out towards it. So it's like you're shooting your ball into the Vegas lights. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's beautiful. You know the name?
Yeah. No, I forgot. I got this book from this lady on the marketplace from Facebook. Yeah. It's like world's or the America's best golf courses or whatever. So I've been like circling the ones that are going to be on my bucket list. And yeah, there's 2 in Vegas actually.
Just don't do it in July.
Hell, I know, dude. I know.
Even
the only time I've ever been to Vegas is in November.
Oh, great time of the year.
October, November.
Great time
right,
to play
Adam?
golf too.
October, November.
What?
We were in Vegas.
Yeah, those are great.
November.
Ooh,
November. Yeah. No, it was so nice out there, dude. I didn't know we could drink like on the strip. Like I didn't know you could like just be drinking out there. And so like, it was just so nice to just like walk, and it was like cool air, but it was dry. So it was like not cold, but I don't know. It was really nice.
Yeah. October, November, fantastic times to come here. Yes, the trip. We're in the 6th round. I'm not seeing anything different, but
30.
if all my local Las Vegas people know, so I moved here 3 years ago, March, April. It's crazy in April. It's like every day is 30-mile-an-hour winds.
What?
Yeah, every day is insane, like 15 to 30-mile-per-hour winds, and your allergy, if you got allergies, is miserable. It's a miserable month.
You're better off just pushing him when he just runs back.
That's crazy.
I'm not seeing Makhmudov make any adjustments
at all. Not only is he not making adjustments, but he's starting to simplify what he was doing earlier. You think Joshua beats Fury based off this? I just don't know what version of Joshua's left after the car wreck.
Yeah, he hasn't. Honestly, the Nigerian car crash, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, everybody talks about the mental because obviously that's very, very hard, but the physical is the unknown aspect of it. I don't know. Part of me doesn't even want to see him fight again because I know what happened with Spence. I'm not saying that Spence's car wreck diminished his ability or is the reason that Crawford won. Not at all. That's but that's the point, is that a lot of people say that. So it's like, what is it worth to anybody for Joshua to come back, right? Because if he loses, nobody's going to give the person credit because they're going to say, oh, it was a car wreck. Yeah, so I don't know.
It's
I mean,
because Usyk is like the guy. Anyway.
I know Usyk's the guy, and yet he's fucking about to fight a kickboxer, which I don't mind because, you know, he's fought everybody. But yeah, he's like the guy, but we're all talking about these fucking Wilder Fury fights.
All right, we're going to the second half of the fight. We'll see if his corner, Makhmudov's corner, gives him some advice that's viable. But yeah, speaking of exhibitions, it's pretty wild what's going on with this Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao thing.
My Adam was just talking about it. Shout out to Mick 702. Yo, shout out to Corey Carter. He said, bro, Spence beat 2 people, won a champ after the car wreck. You're right, bro. Nah, Corey, you're right. It's either you that or you not. Exactly, bro. Exactly. You see, and that's the problem, is like, you see, and even Bud fans are kind of stupid because they were talking so much shit about Spence. Oh, he's gonna be finished. Oh, this drunk car wreck, blah blah. It's like, bro, you're taking credit away from Bud for beating Spence. Like, I'll never forget one of the last times, not the last time, but one of the last big shows that I was on for the Boxing Voice. It was 2 weeks before Crawford and Canelo, and I went on there and I said, bro, Bud outdid his Golovkin. His Golovkin was Earl Spence, right? And Ness and them, right? Like talking shit, like, oh, you're fucking just a, you know, Bud dick sucker, blah blah blah. Like Triple G's way better, and he was way more in his prime, all this shit. And it's like, that's not even the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that everybody else thought Spence was that guy, but then he loses, and everybody's like, oh no, it's the car wreck. It's like, no, how about this? Maybe you were just wrong. Maybe Bud was just that guy the whole time, and you just were wrong. But they can't say that. So it's got to be the car wreck. And so for me, it's like, damn, why Joshua should even come back? Who gives a fuck? Like, they're not going to give him credit anyway.
David Hay has a weird score.
I was about to say that. How the fuck does he have a 10-10 in round 2?
Either Makhmudov won the round or he didn't.
David Hay is probably still worried about his toe right now.
Oh,
by Makhmudov. Big leather being exchanged right now.
And
a big right hand from Makhmudov.
Wilder knocked him down too late, but it didn't
Yep. You're absolutely right. And that's what I love about guys like Fury, and what I love about guys like Joshua. These guys got up. Everybody talks about Joshua's chin, right? But he's gotten up. Like, you know, when somebody's chinny, they get hit and then they're just like done for the fight and never the same.
The first time Fury's picked up his hands to block.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it's probably because he got hit more with punches in this round than he has in several.
Yeah.
There you go. Now he's baiting him in. There you go. Bait him and then pop.
Oh, big right hand by Fury.
Beautiful right hand by Fury. You're right.
He takes that
exactly. You're so right, dude. You're so right. It's a feel, but it's also knowing your distance and range.
Joshua knocks him out easily.
I don't know, dude. I always felt like the prime Fury beats the prime Joshua.
You can't attack Fury. You have to have Fury come to you.
Yeah,
but just move around and just fucking do his thing.
I would agree with that. I think the prime Fury beats Joshua.
Punches,
he had more tools.
Agreed.
You just look at his throws his hands.
And Joshua's just like limited by certain styles,
he's just gotten away with it so much because he's so big and awkward. But when he throws a punch, look at his fucking right hand. It just down.
Here's the thing, though. I will say that regardless of the car wreck or not, Tyson Fury manages to stay in the fight through 12, right? Nice. Beautiful. Even if he's not having like the most success, he's still in that fight. Joshua, on the other hand, is a man. He is a man he fights. There's 3 different guys that fight in his fight. There's the Anthony Joshua that comes out round like 1 through 4, or rounds 1 through 3. Then there's the Joshua that we see in the middle rounds. By the time he gets to the championship rounds, he's almost a completely different fighter. You know, you could say that about everybody, right? Because power is going to go down, cardio's down, speed's down, like all that stuff, right? You're drained. but there's like an extra level to Joshua where he's like mentally drained. Beautiful uppercut, beautiful.
Makhmudov basically had a few good punches in that round,
and they were like defensive punches. You know what I mean? Like he's
right there.
He's trying to fight off Fury, and I'll be honest, it seems like the more awkward or the more pressure in the sequence, the better off Makhmudov finishes.
Here we are, 8th round.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Those rival gloves that he's wearing, they're on the marketplace on Facebook. Somebody's selling them in the color that Fury's wearing.
The bullseye on the thumb.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
There you go.
Oh, there we go, Fury.
Ooh, somebody has the power locks, the power lock gels, for 45 or $55. They're a little old, but they're in still decent shape. I was thinking about getting them. I like the power locks, but man, when I can afford to get some Reyes gloves, that's what I want.
What do Reyes gloves go for these days?
Man, the ones that I wanted that were on sale were $190, but they're way like the newer ones. Like obviously they're way more than that.
Ooh, good right hand by Makhmudov. Tyson Fury going back to the jab.
Wow, I just called Underwood boring.
Ooh, nice uppercut. That uppercut is like not land. Ooh, beautiful right from Makhmudov. See, that's what I'm saying. When he's in these high pressure sequences, it's like an extra level comes out of him. It's not like a strategic thing or even something I think he has control over. It's just that fight or flight in him.
Oh, that's what I forgot to tell you. Did you see Cody
Rhodes
actually get pissed off at?
He caught Makhmudov with a hook, another hook in the uppercut.
He stepped in the ring, and he kind of like eyeballed him. And Cody Rhodes' music was still playing, and McAfee picks up the mic. He's like, "Da-na-na-na-na-na-na." He did that like a fucking like what Stephanie McMahon would do.
Wow.
And Cody Rhodes kind of like looked at him, and then he did his like celebrate. He did his pose or whatever, and then he's kept doing it.
That's crazy.
They cut to the hard cam, and you can see Cody almost say like, "Hey, chill the fuck out."
Chill the fuck out. Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. I wonder how much of Pat annoying people is a work and how much of it is just like fully the truth.
Like
10 seconds left in the 8th. Yeah, he is very. Oh, he's trying to do the Paul shtick so bad. Hey, there you go, Makhmudov.
Switching up stance.
Evading, yeah, and evading as well. I'm gonna go piss real quick. I don't want to celebrate.
Shout out to everybody joining us. We're watching the Fury-Makhmudov going into the 9th round. How do you guys have it? Do you give Makhmudov more than 1 or 2 rounds? If that, I thought he definitely won the first round. So Anthony Joshua, obviously, guys, he's been to both fights. Deontay Wilder just a week or two ago, ringside. He's here ringside tonight. Mario's bringing up a great point. Who do you guys want to see him fight? Should he fight Deontay Wilder? Should he fight Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury looks to have shaken off all the ring rust. He's looking pretty good. The question that Mario brings up is, after this car crash, what version of Anthony Joshua will we get? And obviously, we can't help but compare him to the Errol Spence situation, where Errol Spence had a very serious car accident. But something to consider is the mental health aspect as far as Anthony Joshua. What effect will the fact that he might have survivor's guilt, losing 2 close friends and part of his teammates, what effect, if any, that'll have on him having a healthy camp? Will he be able to commit himself mentally the same way he has in the past after losing 2 friends. All right. Tyson Fury is doing really well fighting in the clinch, where you think, Makhmudov, who's been known to wrestle with bears, would have some more success. But Tyson Fury, all that championship experience, 6'9" and still fighting well in the pocket. He makes just enough space to get those little hooks off to the body and up top. Makhmudov is really starting to lose stamina here in the later part of this championship round. We're going to go into the championship rounds pretty soon. Yeah, Makhmudov continues to charge on the way in, but not use the jab to get in. Losing the jab battle.
Nothing.
Nerfing?
Yeah, did you hear Wrestle Talk's recent podcast or no?
The one on TNA and on Dolph not being able to work with them.
Yes, I think that one. They said something about Ari Emanuel, that there was some guy in the 80s who was the equivalent to like what Ari Emanuel is, and he got into I forgot what kind of martial arts, but it turned out he started taking lessons from this guy who was like a black belt in that style of martial arts, and it turned out it was Steven Seagal. So he said, "Hey, you've been helping me with the martial arts and all this. I'm gonna make you a fucking movie star."
Shut the fuck up.
And it says, "Is this the equivalent of Ari Emanuel, like who sees this guy who has a podcast and
he's like, I can make this guy,
so
damn,
make him the same thing." But
he almost came across with that right one. Let me see. Shout out to Corey Carter. He said, "I'm a Bud fan, but I keep it 100, unbiased when it comes to boxing and sports in general." Shout out to you, champ. I believe Josh should stay out. The mental trauma is real seeing your friends like that. Bro, you are absolutely 100, Corey. And I love that you said that, because so many times mental health, especially when it comes to men, even though things have gotten better over the last decade, they're just not even close to where they should be.
You got to think about it from his perspective. All it's going to take is one conversation with somebody to say, yeah, your friends died because of you were in that situation because of the success you had as a boxer. So you're just going to throw all that away because they died. Like, you need to continue not only in spite of that, but for them to continue.
I get what you're saying, and I agree with you when it comes to life. Like, you got to move on, you got to go on, you got to do things and build yourself up, right?
Still committed to boxing.
No.
He doesn't want to fight.
But that's what I'm saying is, like, fighting is different. And what I think Corey is saying is, like, if that mental stability isn't in check, how are you going to get through a training camp? How are you going to get through press conferences? Like, it's one thing to say, hey, this isn't your fault, Joshua, and you need to live your life for them. And then there's another thing to say, hey, can you still fight? Are you mentally capable of still going to
where he said, I'm not right now?
No.
So
it's all speculation, but Eddie is really close to him, and he came out and said that, he was really struggling, that there was more trauma mentally than there was physically for him.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So shout out to Corey for that comment. Honestly believe Fury just have more in his toolbox than Anthony. I agree. Alex said, before I put on UFC, do you like Hawkett's antics this week, or does it depend on if he beats
the hell Teofimo's there?
Blades? It definitely depends if he beats Blades for sure, because at the end of the day, like, the new UFC thing seems to be that, right? Go out and make your star, right? And we've seen what's his name on Aiden Ross's streams doing that. We saw Prove on his stream not that long ago either, this past week I think it was, promoting the fight. And so, like, that's the new thing. Go out there, make yourself a star, because the UFC is no longer interested in building Conor McGregor's. They're no longer interested in building Bones Jones. The UFC is no longer in the business of creating stars that will have chips on their side of the table and can hold up the
Ooh.
UFC for big fights. Oh, beautiful right hand.
Makhmudov, yeah, it's veteran tactics, tossing the mouth guard.
Yeah,
He wasn't
definitely.
ready. He wasn't ready there.
Definitely. Listen,
Fury
and that's
was
the thing.
ready.
It's like if you whatever you can get away with, you can get away with. And that doesn't a lot of people don't understand that. But it's like when you saw the Salido Lomachenko fight, right? How much of that stuff was illegal? How much of that stuff, was worth being disqualified for? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If you can do it and the referee doesn't see it or lets it go, then that is your, you trying to win a fight. That's why they call it veteran tactics.
Yeah. I give credit to Fury. He doesn't look like he's faded at all.
No,
Here we are in the
nuh-uh.
championship rounds.
And he's gotten hit by some pretty decent punches, This guy's a big guy, and he's landed a few, and Fury's really gone nowhere. R.I.P. Ricky. I love that he wore the trunks for him, dude. That's sick.
Maybe he did a little cocaine. Too.
Yeah, speaking
Hopefully.
of mental health, that's a note to Ricky Hatton, right?
Hell yeah, dude. Hell
Good
yeah.
action in there.
Beautiful. Great sequence of
He's
exchange.
tired. Makhmudov is tired.
And
He's beginning
Makhmudov
beat
just
down.
fucking dropped, bro. I don't even think Fury really pushed him all that much. Did he? He leaned on him? Okay. Yo, Fury.
Darce choke.
Yeah, Yo, Fury seems to try to be getting some of those
those hooks
shots in, right?
Yeah,
beautiful left right there, dude.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about Fury, Shoeshine, that is so brilliant and it works on such a good level is that he knows his power. He knows what he's able to do. And so when he puts himself in these positions to unleash a little bit harder, a little bit more, right? So if you've gone the first 8 rounds and when he ties up, he's giving you, the usual work that you would get. By the 10th round, when you're in that same position that you've been in all through the fight, and all of a sudden this guy's turning it up just that bit more, those are the kind of punches that can catch you. At the very least, those are the kinds of punches that set you up for success in the next round.
He's just fighting his fight.
Beautiful uppercut. Yeah. That is the best way to say it. He is just fighting his fight. And that is really it. You know what I mean? Like he's not going out there with this specific plan in play that's different from things that he normally does.
Fury, you're already losing.
Oh man, dude. These are such good little fucking clip buzzword statements.
Look right there. This is where Fury lives, right there.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And
so
see,
when he's walking in, he's like opened up. Like he's not this elite fighter who can just be. He's evasive, yes, but when he's fighting his fight.
But the thing is yes, he's evasive. You admitted that, but then you have to throw in the context of his size and how much more evasive he is for a guy that size. So it's shocking to his opponent. So even though Fury isn't the fastest heavyweight ever, he's unsuspecting. Oh, there's Tio. Wow. Talking to Dana White? What the hell? The hell? Anthony Joshua illegally recording the fight.
You said Teal's there? That was Teal in the corner?
Yeah, he was on the right. He was talking to the fake Dana White. I know. They catch him and he's fucking illegally streaming it.
He's just watching porn.
There's somebody there with the gimbal too.
Yeah, I seen that.
So what's going on? Is Teal going to sign with Zuffa? The big announcement's coming soon. So
the rumor is that there's going to be a 2-fight deal, and they're going to, at the very end of it, try to secure the Ryan Garcia fight.
Now within 2 fights.
Yeah. So that there is a clause that they're saying is going to extend it to 3. And again, this is a rumor that the way that it's going to work is essentially he's going to get these 2 fights with a 3rd on the option. Candy? No, I don't. Oh, yeah, I do. But this was for the show for us to try, so we're going to have to get something else. Tell her to tell me if she likes it. So, yeah, Tio at this point is in a position that is much more favorable than you would have
Damn,
thought
everybody's
after
calling
losing
out
to
Conor
Shakur.
Ben. They all want
Who
that
called him
money.
out?
Garcia already.
Yeah, we knew Ryan and
Conor
Connor. They
bum.
want that Connor Ben
Devin
fight.
Haney said Conor Ben stay away. Shakur said if he makes it 12
Ooh.
rounds with me, I'll be disappointed in myself.
Makhmudov just missed.
Damn, everybody wants that money.
Yeah, that
Matt
Connor Ben
Jackson.
fight is a big money fight. Oh, he hurt him. It looked like he hurt him.
Why do you go in? Why you in?
Oh.
Oh,
Fury's
beautiful.
punishing him. 10
Man,
seconds to
that
go.
angle that Fury took, that is such a high level thing to do right there. Most fighters in that position, even good pros,
Just
are just
beating
going
up
to
on him.
wail away. Fury had the instincts to take that half step back and a
Mhm.
quarter step to the right to deliver the angle on that punch.
Lomachenko
Man,
like
this guy is
for a
yes,
big guy,
dude.
6 foot,
And for a
6 foot
big
9
guy,
Loma
that's
move.
what I'm fucking saying, Shoeshine. It's like, it's not enough to say that he's elusive. It's not enough to say that he's awkward or he does things like that, because it eliminates the context of his size. And that, like, Bam Bam Bigelow, for those that remember Bam Bam Bigelow, he didn't have the best fucking moonsault in the world, but it was so fucking good because of how big he was. And it's like so easy for us to watch right here and be like, Fury's, he's kind of fast. He's not that fast. Oh, I mean, he's a little fat, little slow guy. But it's another thing to be the guy opposite of him. He's not sitting in our seat. He's right in front of it getting punched. And you cannot sit here and say that it's easy to see a guy that size move in a way that guys that like that size don't move.
It's kind of like the same way.
So he opens up the
Brandon,
12th round with a brilliant
Brandon
uppercut,
Grail
another
said
one,
when
but
he fought
Makhmudov
Pacquiao,
just
like,
landed it
he
right
was getting
hand.
hit from everywhere when he looked like he was right in front of him.
Exactly.
So
There was
like you in Fury, you look at him and he's in the corner, and you think you could just wail on him, and all of a sudden you're in the corner.
and now he's on the side. Yep, and he escapes out the side door, the back door, and he's gotten the angle on you. And
Yeah, he fights his fight really well.
he does, dude.
There's a very specific way to counter it. Just nobody wants to do it. Nobody
And
knows
that's
the
the
skills.
other part of this. Like, he's not in like super great shape. Like, he's in much better shape than he was a year ago. We could say that for sure.
He's
But this
basically
isn't the
like a
best
modern
version we've
day,
ever
like,
seen
he's the modern
physically.
day, like George Foreman.
No.
This is
Yes,
exactly how
he
George
is a
Foreman
modern day George Foreman in the sense that he can fight his fight and age does not necessarily decline it. Bernard Hopkins, very similar. He's able to use these tools in his toolbox, and he's kind of like an old golfer. He's just got his swing and he's just going to keep doing it,
Oh, Miles got an outfit. What?
What? A birthday outfit?
Another uppercut.
Energy drink. Yeah. Anything?
No, I'm probably gonna leave right after the fight.
Love you. Thank you. Boobs.
Look, see, he does the same
Minute
thing.
20 left.
You see him in the corner, you're like, all right,
I got him. And then now look, switch to the side. Ooh, that was the back of the head.
I mean, I guess it's not on Makhmudov.
Another uppercut. How many
Oh.
uppercuts did he eat in this fight?
Yo, he is eating like 90% of the up he's thrown in this one, dude. Like literally like 90% of the up he's thrown.
Yeah, referee's gonna be exhausted.
Oh! You see that uppercut with less than a minute? Is he going to try to stop him?
Now he's
Go
doing a
after
little
him.
hot shot.
Get it. 45 seconds left. Tyson Fury would love to close this show. Conor Ben's in the back saying, please don't knock him out. Please don't knock him
That looks like
out.
a fat Triple H right there in between.
That is a fat Triple H. Who the fuck is that guy? Nice shot to the body. Honestly,
30
I think if Fury
seconds.
would have done a little bit more
I
work
should
to
say
the body
fatter.
early on, he would have gotten him out
Fatter
of here.
Triple H.
Yeah, there was
That does look like a
big
fatter
investment.
Triple H. Yeah,
So-
it would have been a good investment.
Connor got another fight with Zuffa? Or he's going to make an actual Zuffa?
no,
debut?
no.
It was a one-time
So-
deal?
No. It was a one-time deal contract. However, what the contract did was allow Connor to see how they pay out and the way the pay structure works for Zuffa. So ultimately, everybody, and I was one of them who was like, dude, Zuffa's fucking stupid. Dana White's fucking moron. $15 million to fight Regis Prograis, and then he can go and sign with anyone else he wants. And that's why I thought it was such a great lucrative offer for Prograis, because not only are you getting this money, but there's nothing attached to it. They're not going to give you a crazy hard opponent, and you don't have to do anything extra for the money. That said, though, it was a strategic play from Zuffa and Dana. They knew that once they were able to kind of bring him into the club, so to speak, right, then it's going to be very hard for him to go anywhere else, because the money to work ratio is so much greater with Zuffa than anywhere else, right? If you're Matchroom or Golden Boy or Top Rank, you can't afford to pay, you know, fucking Connor $10 million or even $5 million for a single fight. These are promoters who have ran boxing the same way for decades, so they're stuck in the same system for which they can't put a lot of money into their future and invest like that, right? But Dana and Zuffa have the ability to do that, right? Let me use an example real quick, right? I'm going to use the WNBA, right? A lot of people in our space, right? They talk shit about the WNBA. And why? Because they're probably stupid fucking morons who've never played sports in their life. And I say that for two reasons. Because men will come on and say, oh, the WNBA should just shut their fucking mouths and women should get paid what they, you know, whatever they get, because the NBA supplements them and NBA is the reason that they exist. Okay, you dumb fucks, but listen to this. If you are, I played baseball, right? And I didn't just play baseball. My family was in baseball. Baseball was a livelihood for us, okay? Went to college, all that stuff. It was part of my life. We wanted softball to go and be better. We wanted the girls and everybody to uplift the sport, because when women are playing the sport and women are into the sport, it expands your sport. You know why soccer is one of the biggest sports in the world? Because men and women both play it equally, okay? And the interest level, it has built soccer into what it is. You know why golf is the biggest sport in the world? Because men can play it, women can play it, little kids can play it, old men and women can play it. Everyone can play that sport. So the more people that can be interested in it, grow the sport. That's why, oh shit, they're going at it. That's why basketball wants the WNBA to succeed, because success for the WNBA means success for basketball as a whole. And so when we look at Zuffa and what they're able to do in sense of buying fights and allowing the UFC to supplement them, they can get away with things that Matchroom can't get away with, things that Top Rank can't get away with, things that Golden Boy couldn't even think about right now, because they're all on the edge of fucking bankruptcy at this point. I mean, not bankruptcy, but you know, they all have their back against the wall in a way that they haven't had in years. Even PBC didn't put this kind of pressure. PBC was still very willing to play by the rules of boxing, right? And
Indeed.
So ultimately they brought Conor Benn in and they showed him the way things work, the way that the UFC does it, right? Because we don't know how UFC fighters really get paid. And 119, 109.
First judge gave no rounds.
120. Oh, it was 120, 108.
Clean sweep. Two judges had a clean sweep, 12 rounds.
I definitely thought that he did enough in one of the first couple rounds to get around, but I don't have any problem with a 12-0.
All right, well, he had some words to say to Anthony Joshua.
But we're supposed to get a big announcement, though.
He took his hoodie off.
We're supposed to get a big announcement. Remember, that was the whole point of this. They said, oh, there's going to be a big announcement. It's going to be a sport-shattering announcement.
I can't wait to hear it.
I know. Dude, they went to the Tony Khan school of promoting. I swear to God, if they're like, the big announcement,
and they go to commercial.
Tyson Fury season 2 reality show on Netflix. I swear to God that if that's what it is, I'm gonna crash.
I enjoyed the first season.
No, I did too, but that's not a big announcement. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here's Turkey.
Oh shit.
No.
He's like, nah.
It is the time, Frank.
Uh-oh. They're bringing Frank and Eddie. Uh-oh, what's going on, guys? What is going on?
He's gonna make them kiss each other.
What if they kiss like Eddie and
Wow, they don't
wow,
want any part
Eddie's
of
not
this.
going at all. Damn, Joshua looks pissed.
Yeah, he does.
Next, I want to give you the fight you've all been waiting for. I want you, AJ, Anthony Joshua.
On Netflix.
On Netflix.
And here's my challenge. I challenge you, Anthony Joshua, to fight me, the Gypsy King, next.
The Battle of Britain.
You accept my challenge.
Get in the ring, you fucking idiots.
Tyson, you've called out that man right there, your long-time rival, Anthony Joshua. His Excellency Takeshi has called it, or this is the surprise. Are we going to see this fight? It is not my call. It is your call. I didn't say yes or no. I didn't say yes or no now. Anthony's.
Yeah, that's a genuine dislike there.
What
huh?
is going on? What is going on right
I mean,
now?
if he says yes, like that's not how it works.
I know this isn't how it works at all, but like Joshua looks so mad.
What? That's it? He's a clout chaser.
Tyson, I've never had no problem getting in the ring with you. I punched you up when we were kids. And after watching you here tonight, I'll punch you up again. With all due respect, tonight is your night. And you know I'll sit across that ring from you in due time. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. I've been chasing you for the last 10 years. When you're ready,
That's why he didn't get in the ring.
tell me your terms and conditions.
That's why he didn't get in the ring. This was a dick measuring contest.
I'm the boss.
No. That's exactly what this was. That was a power play. I was wondering why Eddie wasn't getting in the ring. He was just standing there. This was all a power play. Yo, this is fucking crazy, guys. This is crazy.
10 years. It's like Money Mayweather versus Pacquiao, the first one, over marinated, but
Over marinated.
seeing what Fury still has in the tank, I'm looking forward to it.
But at least they're giving, at least this is something, right? Like we're getting something. Like Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao, they were just fucking dead on arrival. Like
Yeah.
there was nothing exciting about it. Floyd did the same shtick he always does. Singing a song, walking in a wonderland. There's only one freaky high.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Winter Wonderland because of all the coke.
Oh yeah, walking in a Ricky Wonderland.
So this is a earth-shattering.
This was the earth-shattering.
Oh, you got a big middle finger.
Yo,
A big middle
What did he
finger.
Flipping them off.
he did.
Yeah,
Joshua was like that.
that's funny.
Why does half the people look like Dana White?
16 months out of the ring. First 2 rounds, so we know he started quick, and then you found your groove. You look like you're enjoying yourself in that.
He did.
You know, 16 months out, it's not a short time. It's a long time, you know. But I got back
He's so good at the post fights, dude. You know what I mean? He's just so tapped in.
a good shot. 12 rounds in there, you know. Being away for 16 months and then coming back with a 12 round against a tough opponent. A knockout specialist there in arts and back.
I don't think Turkey knows the meaning of big announcement.
Good performance.
It was a very good performance.
What do you guys give him? A B plus?
What do you give him? A B, B plus, C,
On
A?
this fight,
Yeah.
like a B.
B? What about you, Shoeshine?
A B. I think B sounds good because he wasn't able to even knock him down, but you know he did go the distance, shook off the ring rust.
Yeah,
Good
that's
performance.
true.
He looked good.
No, I
I-
agree.
There's a negotiation that you go through. I've sat at this table with him many times. In my heart, I'll fight
A
such
B+ for a knockdown decision win and A for a stoppage.
This is what I do. I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, I'll fight him. I'm not here to get clout. I'm here to fight. Contracts will be sent over. We'll go through the nitty gritty, and you'll probably see us in the ring next, more than likely. But I'm not here to start getting in the ring and shouting in someone's face. If you look at my track record,
Joshua makes a second reference to chasing clout. I mean,
Yeah.
You guys take that as he perceives himself to be the A side and the bigger star.
Absolutely.
He's the bigger star?
Absolutely. I think so, 100%.
Called him Cloud Chaser twice.
Probably Fury.
You think so?
Yeah.
Even though Fury's fucking calling him and everybody wants to fight him, Wilder, everybody. I mean, Fury.
I have respect more for Joshua than I do Fury, and I'd be going for Joshua in that fight. But when Fury, like, he knows how to sell a fight. And his whole argument is he's not a clout chaser. He's not going to get in the ring and do the shouting contest. One, he's probably mentally not ready to do all that, but he definitely wants to fight him. I believe what everybody.
But also, I think you're right, and I also think it's not just that, but it's like he's like, dude, I'm not going to go in there and do all this fucking shit, and then you pull out again, or the fight doesn't happen. I'm done.
We've sat at this table multiple times, and it hasn't happened.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's like, no, y'all fucking wanted to say this shit, a big surprise, and y'all didn't even fucking talk to us about it. What did he say?
Would you have a warm-up fight?
Oh. We'll see. I was just in a serious incident maybe 4 months ago, innit? Do you know what I mean? So I need to really check out what's going on with my
Mm-hmm.
ring, you know. So, but I'm here. I'm keeping my eye in the game. There's real stuff happening in my life. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm not ducking no one. I know what my job is. I know what I'm here to do, but there's just real stuff happening in my life that I also attend to.
Teach what you mean. He said, I don't know how you can call anyone. I don't know how you can call out anyone else better than that. Yeah. Oh, okay. I get what you meant. My bad. Shout out to Drew out there in Philly, rooting for his Philly. Says AJ might had just ducked. Teach said he didn't say yes. AJ ducked. Deontay Wilder says 702 Man Cave. Hey, JC in the building. Shout out JC.
Shout out everybody. Teach, Drew, JC. Good to see you. I mean, he's putting it on the table. He's letting you know he's not 100%. The car crash probably has.
Is that what he said?
He mentioned the car crash. He said I've just been in a serious.
100%.
Yeah, he said I gotta get 100% first.
Had some serious
Damn,
in the last 4 months.
I didn't hear him say that. Fuck.
But he said, when I'm ready, he goes, I'm ready. I run this game for 10 years. I'm ready.
Shoe Shine, do you think AJ is the A side or Fury?
Man, I thought they've both their revenue on big stadium fights is probably very similar, you know. And
yeah,
Fury's been in throughout the course of their career. I have to say the trilogy with Deontay. I just feel like Tyson Fury's fought the bigger fights. And then you can make an argument for AJ being the lineal champ. He defeated Klitschko. 50-50. I don't think Anthony, from what he's saying, he's ready to jump right into this Tyson Fury fight. He's based, like Drew said, it sounds kind of like he's maybe a duck, but he's being very honest, saying I'm not 100%. I just went through a horrific car crash, and from the sound of it, he's still dealing with grief, you know, and everybody has grief. The way they deal with grief is different. Psychologically, you know, he's been through that battle before, having to see a sports psychologist in his career. He's not feeling it. You can see it in his eyes. He's not ready to jump back into a big fight.
No. You're absolutely right.
Flirting with him now.
You're absolutely right. He doesn't seem ready. And not only did he not seem ready, but it was also like he seemed upset. Like, y'all, we've been trying to do this all this time. And now y'all are desperate. You haven't had a fight. I'm in this point where I haven't had a car crash. Like, we should have been already fought this. This should be our trilogy we're working towards.
At this point in their career, yeah.
And so it's like, I get where AJ is coming from. Like, can you call it a duck if this dude knows himself well enough to know that he doesn't got it right now, and that the car wreck might have taken out? I don't think that's a duck. You know, I also don't think it's a duck to be frustrated and say, no, fuck y'all. Like, how dare you, Turkey? How dare you tell us that after the fight, you were going to have a monumental sports shattering announcement and you fucking say, and they say, is it going to happen? I don't know. It's his decision. Well, then you didn't have a fucking announcement to make. Did you? Did you, Turkey? You didn't have an announcement. Did you?
It should have been where everything was signed. If he wins this,
Yeah.
wins this fight, it's the next fight.
Bro,
And
yes.
then
No. I'm going to take that one step further. The fight should have ended. They should have cleared everyone out of the ring, brought a fucking table in WWE style. Fuck it. They could have Slim Jim logos on it. Fucking have the paper right there. Have them sign it. Bro, that's what I'm saying. We need that kind of pageantry to make casuals care. Right now, casual fans are watching boxing, but they're watching it on Aiden Ross's brand risk. Boxing has never been more popular than it is today. The sport of boxing is the least popular than it's ever been today. And if you want to make boxing as popular as it is for streamers like fucking Blueface, who got paid millions of dollars to fight some fat dude, if you want that, then you got to start doing the pageantry shit. You got to start getting the contract signed. You got to start WWEing this shit a little bit, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
Man, that
sounds about right.
Mad, dude.
It
makes me mad.
It all ties into people's short attention spans, man. You got to excite people. You can't go with the traditional stuff anymore.
See, and Alex said, if he's not ready, then why are you in attendance? But that's what I'm saying. It's like, why was he in attendance? They invited him to the fight. They comped his ticket with Eddie, right? He shows up. He's from there, right? So it's not like he had to fly. All right, you gonna be ready in like hour and a half? Okay, cool. I'll hit you up. You're not gonna be in this position where AJ comes in and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be ready, but for what? Like, clearly nobody told him anything, right? Nobody said, hey, you're gonna get in the ring after this, or hey, we're gonna have this little thing. Nobody said a word. Turkey assumed that everybody was just gonna be on board, and it's like, Turkey, these aren't fans. AJ is a person who is a fighter, and he's in this for money. Like, he wasn't in this to make some fantastical moment to make your Netflix show much better because nobody knew who the fuck Tyson Fury was fighting. Like, I just feel like this was handled really, really badly, and it didn't have to be. Like, if Turkey would have said nothing about an announcement, right? Nothing, then there would have been no expectations, and we could have had what we had right there, and that would have been fine. Because at the end of the day, if AJ would, like, you could say he ducked, right? But let's be fucking real about what we're saying. If AJ would have said yes in this moment, and he would have said, if he would have stood up and said, yes, I will fucking fight you. I'll fight you in July. Guess what? That would have meant dick all. Because the real way that fights get made is through contracts and lawyers and contract law and all of the things that go into setting the precedent, right? At the end of the day, there's no deal. And you cannot accept the fight until there is a deal, right? And if you don't believe me, why don't you go to Twitter and find Virgil Ortiz and ask him? And so all I'm saying is that I think that, yes, AJ does look bad in front of a lot of fans, specifically casual fans, because of the way it came off. But me knowing how this stuff works, Turkey holds this L for me. Turkey holds this L because, you know, if you wanted AJ to get in the ring to hype up a fight, then you should have made it clear. You could have paid him. Could have said, hey, we're going to give you $100,000 just to get in the fucking ring and really get this promotion started right. And instead, AJ took a stand and he used this moment to be defiant against Turkey and against this entire machine that thinks all I got to do is throw money at you and you're going to do everything I say. And I'm sorry, that's just not the kind of ideology that I appreciate from the guy who's trying to make boxing great again.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Am I crashing out? Like, is this a big L or not? Like, because you didn't even realize that they were making an announcement, right?
Me, I didn't even know there was going to be a major announcement. I thought if anything, there might be some news on the upcoming Netflix September 19th bout. between Floyd and Manny. Maybe there was going to be an announcement about that. Considering everything that's going on here in Las Vegas, we found out Floyd Mayweather now has a tax lien on his primary residence for $7 million. And he took an advance from
Yeah. I
the
heard
September
that.
19th Netflix fight is in limbo, and yet he took an advance, which he probably needs to make due on his IRS lien.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you about that. You gonna go over to the Pacquiao gym now and I don't know, get some footage or something?
Well, it says here the Pacquiao gym he bought was it's not going to be Pacquiao. It's going to be the Hollywood one. Is that it? He bought the
I thought
Mayweather gym.
Yeah, that's the one I thought he bought, right? The Mayweather gym that was in Vegas, no? Or was it the one in Cali?
It's in Hollywood.
Got it. I thought he bought the Mayweather gym, the one that was featured. Yes, I thought he bought the HBO fucking dog pound shit. That was
TMT's.
That to me,
that's his baby.
Yeah, no. That's why I was crashing out on. I was like, bro, fuck who won the fight. My man bought your gym. Like
these
that's
little
it,
franchise.
Yeah.
In Cali, when I lived in California, Northern California, Floyd opened up a TMT fitness boxing. Like one of these. It's more catered towards people that want to get in shape. As opposed to actual fighters.
Yeah.
He had one in Palo Alto, about 10 miles from where I used to live. That thing went belly up within a year, bro. So he's got some of these around the country. I know he has one in Vegas and Summerlin. It's not designed for real fighters. It's designed for people looking for that cardio box.
Got you. Yeah, that's a big thing that's happening now. Like a lot of these gyms, they're not like gyms where you can find like a badass pro trainer. They're gyms where like fitness bros basically design like a class type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you're not really learning like boxing technique, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but it's just like, man, it sucks because there's clearly an appeal for boxing, right? Boxing clearly has an appeal, and it resonates still to this day in 2026 with people, so much so that these franchise type gyms keep popping up, right? But they're not boxing gyms, really. They're like cyclist gyms, or they're like yoga gyms, right?
It's like the Orange Theory of boxing.
Exactly. So I remember going into an Orange Theory one time and thinking to not going in, but passing by the window and seeing everybody work out. And I remember thinking, you could easily make this a boxing class. You could easily just give them like a 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 4 or like something like that, right? And then have them do the steps. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, and then you go back, and then you come back 1, 2, 3, and then you go back, and then you do it with the step, right? Like it's like a lot of different things you could do to kind of technique it, right? But again, it's like you're missing that place that you can go to pick up fundamentals.
Oh man, right? A real boxing gym stinks. Anybody who's boxed or done MMA knows a real boxing gym stinks.
Especially in the heat of Vegas or the heat of Texas. Absolutely, dude. I'm telling you, like.
By the way, Dana White started off his career as a boxing instructor.
Dude, it's so funny you just said that. You know that I've been getting people on the chat and calling in that are like older dudes that are from Vegas and Boston and say that they claim to have grown up with Dana White. And they've told us on the show that all of Dana White's instructor stuff is bullshit. They said that he was like a hanger around the gyms and that he would try to show people stuff all the time. And people were like, dude, get the fuck out of here, fucking Uncle Fester. Like, I don't give a fuck what you got to say. Like, that's what they say. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, as I started looking into research that could say, like, oh, yeah, Dana worked from this gym to this gym, or, he worked with this esteemed boxing amateur or whatever, right? Nothing. And it's been kind of weird that I haven't been able to find any sort of information that shows, because I've heard those stories too. I always heard the story from the very beginning on Dana was that he was into boxing. He was a boxing guy. He would go to boxing gyms and he would, learn the sport, and he was really into it. He wanted to promote it. And then the UFC took off or whatever. He got that opportunity. Yo, and by the way, shout out to Alex. He said, I don't think Fury needs Joshua. Fury can fight Wardley or Dubois. Fabio Wardley or Dubois would be an excellent fight. I don't know if Fury wants anything but Joshua though, because it's like, I don't know, the young guy type shit. But why is the media so anti-Floyd? Floyd needs to go on JRE and clear up all the rumors. But what are the rumors though? Because as far as I understand, they're not rumors, right? Like, I mean, the money issues aren't rumors. Like, we know they're confirmed that he is being sued by the Florida jeweler, right? That's in
He's
court.
multiple lawsuits, including like even on his private planes.
The private plane thing, the Russian oligarch thing, like these are all actual lawsuits that are coming in, right?
Which are that's public knowledge, and his own own lawsuit against former Showtime executives and Showtime for what 300. He filed his lawsuit too for 300 plus million against Al Heyman and a group of people. As I guess he's going to desperately try to pay off this IRS lien. The IRS comes before everybody, man.
Oh,
everybody
yeah, before everybody.
They come before everybody.
That's why, you know, and they would like talk about, oh, when Pacquiao wasn't fighting in the States anymore, it was because he owed the IRS money, you know. And then when they said, oh, Jake Paul is not going to be fighting in the States no more, he's not even going to be staying in the States no more, it was because of the IRS money. Same thing with Tyson, same thing with Floyd. And so at the end of the day, when you make millions upon millions upon millions, right, there is an art to paying your taxes, from what I understand, right? And it doesn't matter how smart you are, it doesn't matter how rich you are, it doesn't matter how much money you have coming in. At the end of the day, you cannot be finessed or out finessed by your taxes. They'll always bite you in the ass. For me, everything you said, Shoeshine, leads me to believe that Floyd is in financial problems, but at the very least, you can say that he is being squeezed right now for, you know, right or wrong. That's what's going on. And then the other thing I'll say is this. I've been watching Floyd fight since he was in the Olympics. And the one thing I can tell you is he gives a very big fuck about his record and about his undefeated streak and his legacy within boxing. And the fact that he would even make a deal to come back like this tells me that, yeah, he probably needs the money. Boom. Because why on earth would you have fought Juan Gotti or John Gotti's fucking son or grandson twice
in Mexico? One of them was in Mexico.
Yeah, dude, it's like all these exhibitions were one thing. It's like a quick buck to really do nothing. And also, if you're like Floyd and maybe like you're not like happy about being out of the limelight, right? A lot of stars go through that, you know, Tom Brady, you know, once they retire, it's like they miss that, you know, not glorification, but you know what I'm saying? And so the fact that he would even come back to me suggests that there is something there to it. You know what I mean? And then look, he lost his other house, right? And then you said that other house is up for sale. And from what I understand, he is eating up. They are eating up his money in the property taxes. You know, it's the same thing that happened to Drake, right? Drake bought that crazy ass fucking Hollywood Hills house, right? And everybody was like, oh, this is going to be the best investment ever. And now it's like worth like, I think 4% or 5% less than it was. And he can't sell it. He can't sell it at all, you know, not without taking a huge bath. And that's the problem you get into some of these times where it's like, oh, this seems surefire bet. And now you're in trouble.
Real estate's not the great investment it used to be. Specifically,
you fuck with that, right? You fucked with real estate.
I have.
Heavy.
My
right?
wife and I were blessed enough to own 2 homes in California at the same time, and it turned into a financial nightmare.
Man,
with property taxes. In fact, I just spent I'm gonna tell you. I didn't tell you. Okay, Mario, my neighbor that I would only wave at is selling his house. The realtor just finished up the open house right now. And it turned out he was a member of the Raiders last year.
You told me that.
So
no, you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that. I was watching your show.
Yeah, he just got released.
And I heard you telling that to 702.
He just got released. So I'll see what team. I won't say his name for
no. But that's very stand up of you.
He's selling the house for less than what he paid for, which is absolutely Like
taking a bath.
I could literally make a video about real estate is not the investment you think it is. And I didn't ever really think I'd find myself in this position. I've owned the house I live in now for 3 years. And if he sells it for what the realtor is asking, he's selling it at a loss of about $50,000, which means I've made nothing. It means I have made nothing on my primary residence as an investment in 3 years.
Terrible.
It means I'm
Terrible.
down, bro. And Floyd, from what I understand, he got into some real estate deals in New York City.
Yes.
And New York City is one of the most rent-controlled places on this planet. Anything with rent control is a financial nightmare, and that's what a lot of people find themselves in California with rent control. Like if they buy a building with multi-residence, 4 apartments or whatnot, you could be attached to rent control, and it's just a financial nightmare. So
yeah,
it's just one of Floyd's problems. Obviously, Floyd over the course of his career made $1 billion, in excess maybe of $1 billion, but he's probably spent more than that on his lifestyle, which is why he's in the rears. He hasn't been paying his, I think it says here 2018 and 2023. The lien on his property is for unpaid taxes for 2 years, 2018 and 2023. And then they start to tack on that interest from,
the penalties, right?
Penalties and interest. So he takes a
penalties
advance.
And interest.
Sure.
Oh,
so,
fuck.
$7.3 million lien for unpaid taxes from 2018 and 2023.
See, that's the thing is, like, it bothers me. Like, Alex said something true there, right? Like, the media is like tough on Floyd. And I agree. I think, sometimes he is in positions where he allows them to be tough on him. But that said, this narrative that I hear from boxing fans, like, fucking another stupid athlete, another stupid boxer blows his money. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. Here's a kid who grew up in one of the poorest neighborhoods in Detroit, right? Comes from a family of nothing but people that have been blue collar workers and financially struggled his whole life. And then he's supposed to somehow be as smart as fucking Warren Buffett and all their kids. He's supposed to be some financial guru. Like, no. Handling $100,000 is not even remotely similar to handling $100 million. And so I don't think in his case, $1 billion. Yeah, exactly. In $1 billion. Exactly. So, it's one of those things where I think it's easy to like talk shit and lay blame, but it's another thing to like actually like go through what happens and see how easy it's, because that was the other thing too, is like, since I was young, real estate investment was the thing. Like every time I'd hear anybody give financial advice, it would be like, well, you got to get into real estate. I mean, if you want to, and you're not going to do anything until you get into real estate.
I still would tell anybody that's a Gen Z that's the case, whether or not it seems unattainable or unachievable in this current climate. I would still say that real estate is the number one way to wealth, or to generational wealth, is real estate. Even though I'm saying I had to sell what I had to sell in California and move to Nevada, I still believe in real estate. Just particularly if you're coming to Las Vegas thinking you're going to make a lot of money in real estate as a landlord, no, it's totally different, bro. Las Vegas is kind of in a financial spiral right now, which is, I mean, the WC, you talked about it today, the WWE, the sales are down on that. They need to figure out how to get more people into this town. The tourism has dropped dramatically, and because of that, property values are going with them south, bro. Unfortunately.
Yeah, no, dude. You're putting us up on some game for real.
15 million. Hey, shout out to Dan the Boxing Man. 15 million.
Dan the Boxing Man. Hell yeah, bro. Definitely go to Dan the Boxing Man on YouTube. Go to him on X, IG. And here's the beauty about Dan the Boxing Man's channel. You could literally just follow that and be caught up every fucking day with boxing. I can tell you that I get my topics every day on my live. Before I go live, I hit my man's channel up to make sure that I got all the good info to talk about on that day. So shout out to him. He said, just got on. I don't know if you guys talked about it yet, but Conor Benn's performance was shit. LOL, Zuffa overpaid for that fight. Absolutely, they did overpay.
That being said, Mario, what do you think? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but should you drop down the additional 2 pounds where the big money fight might be with Ryan Garcia? Should he go back to welterweight. It's been years since he competed at that weight. He looked sluggish. He looked like he lost some pop coming down of 150. You know, he's never been a true world champion yet. Does he go to welterweight or does he go back to 154?
Yeah, I think that here's the problem, right? When you go and you look at his box rec and his resume, here's a guy who in 2022 fought Chris Van Heerden at 146.5 is what he weighed in, right? After that, these have been his weigh-ins. 153.5, 150.5, 156.25, and 159.25. Okay. Now that last one was for Chris Eubank Jr., basically middleweight. Then tonight he comes in, or for weigh-in, he came in at 149.5. Now you said it during the fight, Shoeshine. You said that this kind of fluctuation, especially for a boxer, is A, not sustainable, and B, it's not that it's damage being caused necessarily, like a threat to your health or life, but what it does is it puts a fighter who's been used to being in a body in a completely different body, right? But that brain that's been operating at junior middleweight and even middleweight is still there. The continuity doesn't disappear. You know, you don't go back to 147 and then all of a sudden your body doesn't remember you being above 147. That's not how it works at all. So what I saw tonight with Ben, or what I saw this week with Ben, is a guy who looked really dehydrated at times throughout the fight week. And coming in today, he did look sucked down. He looked very sucked down, if you ask me. And the pop definitely did not seem to resonate. Regis Prograis by no means is, that's a tough guy. Regis is a tough guy that's been in tough fights. That said, you can put that guy away. And especially in a fight we saw, the problem was he had no answers. You know, Conor Benn never made these adjustments to find a different route to get Regis out. He was fastball, 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 fastball almost the entire night. There was no setup. There was no sweet science there. It was like, hey, what's up, baby? Oh, okay. No problem. And so, you know, all of that I say to say this, right? Conor Benn represents something in the media that he doesn't represent in the ring to hardcore fans. And so the ability to pay him $15 million because basically the UFC is, you know, supplementing Zuffa, that is something that is going to be advantageous in the long run. So even though Dan the Man is absolutely right, this was a huge waste of money before the fight started, but it was a huge waste of money afterwards because he didn't get the stoppage, right? You had to use this fight and the $15 million you paid, and you were banking on creating fans of Conor Benn from casuals that were tuning in on a Saturday afternoon on Netflix, right? I don't think that happened. I think anybody who went in that fight who was a fan of Conor Benn, right? Still a fan probably, but anybody who went in that fight and wasn't a Conor Benn fan or didn't know Conor Benn, I don't think they're like itching to see him fight again. You know what I mean? I don't think they're like, oh my God, I can't wait to see this guy with Garcia. I can't wait to see this guy with Devin. That is not the narrative that we're going to be living in this next week, right? And so Zuffa takes the L on the night, but ultimately their ability to be able to just throw 15 mil away like that is the precedent that will attract other fighters, right? Because fighters, listen, if you're a plumber and I say, hey, I have a big plumbing job for you, come over, and what do you normally make? Oh, you normally make like 100 an hour. I'm going to give you 500 an hour. Oh, and by the way, once you get here, I've already done half the work for you. It's like, well, fuck yeah, I'd rather do less work for more money. And that's what Conor Benn did today. Conor Benn was able to achieve that cushy ass job that we all want, where it's like, you're going to pay me that kind of money to fight a guy that you should be paying me like $1.5 million to fight. Like that's that type shit. Right. Man, and so, you know, other fighters are like, hell yeah, I'll take that shit.
The fact that he was paid $15 million, I'm just trying to wrap my mind around that performance tonight.
Shout out Bruce Gass.
I don't think, shout out to Bruce Gass. I don't think that you can make an argument that performance screams, put me in with Xander Zayas, put me in with Boots Ennis, put me in with Virgil Ortiz. No, he's not active. Put me in against Fundora. There's no reasonable way you can make an argument he deserves a title fight at 154 against any of those top names in the division.
No way.
And he looks like he couldn't make 147 and trouble Ryan Garcia. It's just too many years far removed. We talked about the body fat percentage. He was at 6%. The doctors actually said you were dangerously close. And to ask him to lose another 2.5, 3 more pounds,
dude, that would be,
dude, he would look pretty freakish. And he's not,
but not
that
only
tall.
that, see, and that's the thing. Those are the moments that you get in trouble. See, being able to fluctuate back and forth, and you're able to do it with professionals, that's one thing. But to put yourself in a position where you thought your body would react a certain way and it doesn't, right? And we've been in this game for a really long time, Shoeshine. And I know that you have so many fighters you could reference right now. If I asked you how many fighters, have told you, I don't know, man, it was weird. This weight, this training camp, the weight just didn't come off. It just didn't come off the way it normally does. I've heard that probably literally 100 times, literally 100 times from 50 different fighters, easily probably. And I'm probably underselling it. It's a thing that every fighter says at some point, right? Every fighter says it, yeah, this weight class, I just couldn't drop. The weight didn't come off as easy. Right. And so we've seen it in dangerous ways with Virgil Ortiz, right? We've seen it affect not just his ability to fight, but his career itself. The narrative on Verge is yet to dissipate. It's yet to go away, and it won't go away until he sustains himself as a viable fighter at a weight class that he can continue to make. And so when you look at a guy like Conor Benn, the thing that I point to the most is what Bruce just said. He said he can't stay that big with drugs, and he got caught already. There it is. Exactly what you said, tied in with what Bruce said. This is a guy who's not very tall, so he's got to have power from somewhere. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much size he builds or mass he builds. He is going to get to a point where the weight class is too big for him to maintain any sort of advantages. Chris Eubank Jr., I'm sorry, is not that great of a fighter. He never really was. He's okay. He's a really good, UK fighter, right? Domestic fighter. And at the end of the day, Conor Benn basically went life and death with him that first one. You know what I mean? Lost.
He arguably took a step down in his performance from that last fight. I thought
you could definitely say that.
I was surprised that he was kind of explosive at middleweight at 159 or whatever the agreed upon weight was. He took a massive step down in performance quality, but credit to him for being the guy. Bruce just mentioned it again, coming off an enclomiphene ban that should have been a 2-year ban from the British Board of Boxing Control. 2-year ban. Who I can't reference any fighter who's made this much career earnings post PED scandal.
Yeah,
15 million. That's more than Ryan Garcia. That's
Big
way
Baby,
more than Ryan
Big
Garcia.
Baby has to be somewhere out there in the world right now, just crying into his pillow. Why him? Why not me? It's so weird how, and this is why fans get so bothered, because it's some people get punished severely, and some people seem to not get punished at all, And
and no world title, bro. He's
there's listen, and Dan's saying a very, very good point. I want to ask you. He's saying Conor Benn going to lose to Rolly or Ryan, and at 154 he gets destroyed. Who would you favor Conor Benn against? Is there anyone you have him 50-50 or favor him against? Anyone really?
I'll be real. We just seen him fight recently. I think Conor looked fairly good in that Eubanks fight as far as how many punches he was throwing.
Definitely.
How many punches he was throwing? It was at 159 pounds. And there's that. What's his name? Tim Tszyu. It's Tim Tszyu. That's who I'd want to see him fight. I want to see Tim Tszyu fight Errol Spence. Both of these guys have could probably. I think that would be the good fight, because I don't see Conor Benn dropping a welterweight and being effective against Raleigh and Ryan, who kind of have found their sweet spot in terms of their age and weight class. Like they actually have power now at welterweight. I think Conor Benn, dehydrating down to 147, he's not going to be very strong at all. And then when I start to think about him at 154, I don't see him getting past where Xander Zayas is right now or Boots, unless I see a couple of really good performances in that division prior. I can't put him in that conversation. At middleweight, it's kind of open. There's just a lot of guys that maybe he could beat at middleweight.
Really? Who?
Well, Aries Lara is way past his prime, bro. Aries Lara is way past his prime.
Okay. You know what? Okay.
He's not beating a.
And I'm not trying to push the goalpost back at all, but I don't really consider Aris Lara like a true middleweight, right? I think he's always been a bit undersized for it, and I don't think he ever had the real great power at 154 either for it to have translated. So it's like when I see a guy like Aris Lara at the end of his career, and I have to consider whether Conor Benn would be the favorite or not, that is what the point is for me. It's like Conor Benn doesn't represent anyone that I could see ever being in the top 5 of middleweight. Like, I just think he's outsized at some point, and there's nothing that he could do from a technique standpoint.
He's definitely he'd be a small middleweight. I'll agree to that. But there's right now, the void is there where Adames is leaving his title.
Very true.
Adames is leaving his title. Aries Lara is pushing 43 or 44 years old. So there's a vacant title there. And even in the super middleweight division, I just referenced it again, that Oslisis Iglesias from Cuba, like he don't even have 15 pro fights, and he snatched the IBF title. For him, it's a perfect opportunity to get a big money payday against Canelo, because Canelo still doesn't have an opponent for September.
Yeah, for September.
And
yeah.
He's completely unknown to most American fight fans. So it's just remarkable that that Conor Benn's got himself in this position where, he's gotten these enormous paydays and is not even a bona fide true world champion.
No, you're absolutely right. And again, it goes to this like outside persona that he has, right? Dan, the boxing man, says Regis was getting hurt by Jojo Diaz in his last fight, a guy who started at 126 and who isn't known at all for power. And by the way, he was lower than 126 at the Olympics. So when you factor all that in, and then I go back and try to replay some of the moments that I saw, I look at it and I say, damn, Conor Benn cracked him, and Regis didn't really go anywhere. Like, he was swole up, right? You look at the fight, you say, oh, Regis got beat up for real. But bro, you had him many times and you caught him flush with punches that I think 5 years ago, 4 years ago, even 3 years ago would have been the beginning of the end. Today, we saw you continue to do the same thing over and over with the hopes that chopping that tree down was only going to happen by you hitting the same spot over and over with the same strike. And instead of utilizing more bags out the weapon. So when I look at it and I say, okay, well, when you get a more skilled fighter out there, what does Ben do then? What does he do when the fastball is just getting fucking peppered? What's he going to do when he has to change levels or he has to bring something else out of him deeper? I don't know if he has that in him. He's a lot of good things on the surface, right? But I just don't think he's a super skilled guy. Dan says too, he's like, Lara's more skilled than he is. And he is. Like, for me, if Ben were to win that fight, or if I were to have him as a favorite, it would be purely based on how degenerative Lara skills and age have gotten.
Father Time catches up to everybody at some point. Even though I mentioned yesterday on Pro Box, Las Vegas, Johan Gonzalez of Venezuela put up a good fight. Johan Gonzalez just fought Aries Lara, and he's much, much younger than Aries Lara, and he wasn't able to beat him. But big shout out to Las Vegas. Very good point. Big shout out to Las Vegas Fight Club tonight. I just wanted to run this by you if you didn't know. I'm sure you know Vito Melnecki's fighting on Pro Box.
Oh, yeah.
On YouTube. And this has some WBC Continental America's middleweight title, which is vacant. It's kind of a minor title, but it could put Vito in the WBC ranking as a serious contender. at middleweight.
Wow.
At middleweight. Now, the guy he's fighting, Omar Huerta, on paper, it looks fantastic. 15-0, 13 knockouts. All of his fights, bro. He's from like the San Diego, San Isidro area, Omar Huerta. All of his professional fights have taken place in Tijuana or Rosarito, Baja California. So Lord knows how padded this 30-year-old fighter's record is, bro.
Yeah.
It seems
I'm looking
really
at this
padded.
thing, dude. Okay, look, let me go over it real quick. So he debuted against a guy who was 1-23, then a guy 3-20-2, then a guy who is 0-24. Shoe shine. He was 0-24. Roman Mendez. Let's see. This was in 2021. Let's see, guys. Did he get the win? Let's see. Roman Mendez, 0-24 in 2021. No, he didn't get a win. 26-0. 26-0 with 26 knockout losses. Holy shit. 26-0 with, okay, I'm sorry. You have to be throwing fights. 26-0. He's, I'm sorry, 0-26. I keep saying 26-0. 0-26 with 26 knockout losses, bro. Okay, 1-0 after that, 5-20, 1-0, 3-10, 32, 45-2, 5-7, 11-8, 11-18, 15-27, 16-27, 9-8, 2-3, 23-42, and then Antonio Bajas Arbalo, 8-9. That was his last fight, and he got a draw split decision with that one.
This a big step up in competition for him.
Yo, but he got 13 knockouts though, dude. That's crazy, and 15 wins. There, the boxing fan says Jesus Ramos has the interim WBC 160 title. If Adonis moves up to 168, I could see Vito versus Jesus for the vacant WBC 160 title. I actually really like that fight.
Yeah,
that
I do too.
That would be a fun fight. And by the way, I think that would with Vito, I feel like there's a lot of stuff we still don't have answered. I feel like that kind of fight would give us a bunch of answers.
Oh yeah, he should be ready for that fight. Vito's now with Samson, which is Fundora's manager, but Vito left PBC, so
that's right, yeah.
I think PBC is much more open. They've been working with Top Rank across the aisle, so it may be feasible for him to return, especially with Samson over there, to make that fight, and that would be a really good fight between two young fighters. Vito's only blemish is against a Philadelphia road warrior, a Philadelphia type gym fighter that he wasn't ready on PBC. And I think it was a televised fight that everybody got to see on like Fox Sports. And that's his only blemish. He just wasn't ready for that type of Philly fighter. You know how when they bring up a prospect, they make one miscalculation in matchmaking against somebody that they didn't watch enough tape. Guy came to spoil Vito's party, but that's the only blemish on his record. The way that division is right now, like I said, it's wide open, especially with the Damas most likely moving up to 168. And the other guy, Janabek, too. Janabek has been stripped, and that dude really struggles to make weight. He came to Vegas one year, and I bought tickets to see him fight on a Top Rank card, and he got sick, just like Brandon Adams tonight. Brandon Adams, fantastic guy from Southern California, fought Bohacek and beat him twice. Beat him on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez. Was supposed to be the main event. Supposed to be the main event tonight in Las Vegas at the Cosmopolitan, bro. He passed out yesterday.
No.
Yeah, he was hospitalized, and he's just been released today. So that fight was.
Oh man, dude.
That fight is off. Blair the Flair was supposed to be the co-main. That's off the table. But I was talking with Vince, 702 Man Cave, earlier. There are two prospects, one of them being the son of Capetillo Gym in Las Vegas. His son,
hell yeah.
Dylan,
shout out to Coach,
Dylan,
bro.
Dylan, his son makes.
I need to hit him up.
His son
Dylan's fighting?
Yeah, it makes his pro debut.
Oh my God. Is he going to be on TV? No? Oh, probably not, right?
Vince says, well, there's a will there. It is a pay-per-view, so if you got one of those little streaming devices, you might be able to catch it, or you could pay for it. But
as long as it's, or like I just wanted to see it like on TV. You know what I mean? Like, so if I'll fucking.
It is televised.
Hell yeah, I'll check that shit out for sure.
what's the other guy? Him and Montalvo. I think his last name's Montalvo, but a big top rank prospect makes his debut. He's a Las Vegas fighter. He's like 17 years old, super tall. Fights his second pro fight today in front
What
of.
card is that?
This is it DBX Boxing or who is this tonight? It's a very small promoter, and Brand. I was saying that Brandon Adams was the main event, but he got called off. Cosmo. Let's see.
Yeah,
Tonight,
I want to make sure I don't miss this.
I got it wrong. Sorry, guys. It's DMG Boxing.
DMG Boxing.
Yeah, it was the IBF final eliminator tonight, and Brandon Adams coming off a very good performance against Bohacek last September.
Yeah,
that main event is off, but
Agyarko's that was a very interesting style matchup. But I didn't even realize until I saw the card when you were talking about it earlier. I want to give one more shout out. Jan Marcos is on that card too.
Yeah, a lot of good prospects, upcoming fighters.
14-0, Southpaw, Cuban. I think he's a Cuban national. Let me see. I think he's a Cuban national, but he fights out of Miami or Florida somewhere. So I know he fights out of Florida, but somewhere, I don't know. Yeah, he's going to be interesting to watch too. Listen, before you got to head out, I want to real quick give or do you have time? Like another 10, 15 or no?
I got
you got to roll. 5. That's cool.
No, I got another 5.
Cool. Then I just want to ask you this one more thing. I was looking at the card, right, for the coming up fight or for the coming up fights, and things have been really different, Shoeshine. For those of us that have been watching boxing for the last 20, 30 years, and those of us that have been in the sport, like covering it for the last 10 years, it feels different, right? Like we used to get in January or February, right? Like Showtime or HBO or ESPN, they would give us their fall schedule, or not fall schedule, but like their upcoming schedule, right? And we'd get this dump of fights that we would learn of. And it's just so different now. And I look at the upcoming schedule, right? Alicia Baumgardner next week. And you got Ben Whitaker's in a nothing fight, Louis Neary, nothing. Jarrell Miller or Big Baby coming up, Lawrence Okoli and Yoka. Sky Nicholson actually is a fight that I want to see. Inoue Nakatani, I love that fight. Obviously, it's not like a big fight. And then you get to the premier fights. Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, David Benavidez, right? Cinco de Mayo. Let me ask you, are you satisfied right now with the current boxing schedule and what we have? Or do you feel, as I feel, like Boots and like Zayas? The Boots fight is like the Boots Zayas fight is carrying the entire year right now? But what do you think? What fight are you interested in right now? That's on the board that that's coming up. What's something here that we should look forward to for fight fans?
It's the Boots Zayas fight, man. And look at the ticket sales. In first 24 hours, over 8,000 tickets moved. So they had to move to the next section. Where, as I can recall, Cinco de Mayo of last year, Vince was at that fight supporting his nephew Emiliano Vargas. I went to go see with some good friends. We wanted to go see Inoue, the Japanese monster. We wanted to see him in person.
I remember
that thing was half. I mean, it looked nice, but they closed off the entire section, top section of T-Mobile Arena, which means they sold less than 7,000 tickets. On without Canelo, and they moved 8,000 seats in 24 hours for Boots Zayas. That speaks volumes It speaks volumes about what American boxing fans want to see. Yes, the Zurdo Ramirez fight with David Benavidez is intriguing because David Benavidez is moving up another division. But I don't know anybody who's made an argument to me that Zurdo is going to walk away beating David Benavidez. So it's not that competitive when somebody please make a strong argument to why Zurdo is going to beat David Benavidez, because other than that, I kind of already know how to predict that fight. As far as Boots aside from Boots versus Zayas, two guys in their straight up in their prime, one a little bit older, but both of them so far have been seasoned. Top Rank has done a marvelous job with Xander Zayas' career, getting him to be a unified champion. without any major hiccups. And it's going to be a great fight. Philadelphia East Coast fans are really excited about it. I honest to God, I can't make a prediction about that today. I'm not ready to.
Me neither.
But I'll say that Zayas, I feel that from that first press conference, bro, I'm impressed, man, because he's got a little shit talking in him. You know, we're seeing a different side to him.
We are seeing a different side to him for sure, bro. I love everything that you said. You know, Carl Froch, a lot of people were saying he was being a little salty today on air.
Why, Andre Ward?
Yeah, no shit, right? No, but Carl Froch was talking about how because this was before the Fury fight. This was before the Ben fight. They were, you know, just doing like the media shit or like the commentating stuff. And Carl Froch was basically, they were asking him, hey, you know, if Tyson Fury comes out and looks really good, like, do you want to see a Joshua fight? And he was just so salty. He's like negative about it. He's like, yeah, you know, it's like Mayweather Pacquiao. Like, it's past its prime. Like, do I want to see it? Sure. But he's like talking shit, right? This is where his mind had to have been, is thinking, I really want to just see Boots' eyes. I don't give a fuck about anything else, because at the end of the day, this is what fight fans want. We want the best perceived fighters fighting each other at a time when they can give their best, at a time where we could at least conceive that if they're not in their prime, it's because they haven't gotten to their prime, not because they're out of their prime. You know what I'm saying? So definitely great points you made. Shoeshine, thank you so much for hopping on.
Appreciate
big bro.
you, man. Everybody have a blessed Saturday.
I'm gonna need you to come through for the WrestleMania preview show next week, by the way, just to give us that casual research. Yeah, just to give us that casual, take.
That sounds great, man. I appreciate it. Hey, shout out to everybody out there, man. Hey, do I need to end this on my YouTube studio?
Yeah, I'm gonna end it on mine, and you got to end it on yours too.
All right, man. Peace out, everybody. Have a great weekend.
I appreciate it. Listen, if anybody's on Shoeshine's show, you can tap over on Infighting FX. Infighting FX on YouTube, on Twitch, on X, or IG. Any one of those. INFIGHTINGFX. As soon as you type that in, all together, one word, at Infighting FX, you'll see my channel, and the red circle will indicate that I'm live right now. So make sure you do